Hi, everybody. Dave Fingers here with my good friend and CEO of 3ACLEAN, Kyle Gravett. You've been in the commercial cleaning business for how many years now?
Well, I've been in the industry for 37 and 35 and a half on my own.
All right. All right. So you know what you're doing, I would take it, to be in business.
Well, I guess I know enough.
So if somebody's looking for a new commercial cleaning company, or maybe they just had a facility built and they're looking for a commercial cleaning company, what would you recommend to them? What should they be looking for?
Okay, the first one that I'd like to address is somebody that's already in a building. More than likely, they already have. I would say that 85 to 90% of all inquiries for quote that we get are from somebody that's already got a building, already got a service, they're dissatisfied. And what I would say is that when you are looking for a company, you're going to do your search. I would say know exactly what you want. And first of all, that would mean starting with the spec list that you got in the contract of the cleaners that you already have. Have that so that we can at least do a walkthrough knowing what you think you're supposed to be getting so that we can have a conversation.
That makes sense.
And have an expectation. We deal with a lot of companies that call for a 1, 2, or a 3 day a week job. And it's hard for us to meet some expectations because if all you're doing is once a week service, and by Thursday you call me up and say, it doesn't look like it got dusted. Well, yeah, if I cleaned on Saturday and Thursday you call, there's going to be dust. That will happen. So typically the jobs that work out the best for everybody in our industry, not just 3ACLEAN, are 5, 6, and 7 day a week jobs where we can stay on top of the job every single day, every working day.
Which I would go out on a limb and say, you probably want to be cleaning every day given, the COVID situation now anyway, right?
Current situation, yes. I would absolutely say every day you've got people in that building, you need to have somebody come in there. And you can do a skip clean where, okay, maybe you don't want to vacuum the carpets every day because you want to save a couple of bucks. But man, cleaning the bathrooms, cleaning the break areas, cleaning the kitchens, taking care of entry areas and high touch points, reception areas where people are putting their hands on surfaces. You absolutely want that cleaned every single day that you have people in there. And if you're not using an outside service, educate yourself. Call one of these Jan Sand supplies, a big one. They're out there. We deal with Western Paper, Western Paper is who we do most of our business with currently. Call them, ask for a rep, and have them come over there because they will bring knowledge. They will do some teaching so that you can buy the proper equipment, buy the proper chemicals, and have the proper technique to do the work. And that could work for you. Now, the bigger companies, they don't want to do it. And I don't blame them. I wouldn't either because you're not sticking to the knitting. That's the old Tom Peters in search of excellence from the early 80s. Yep. Stick to your knitting. Do what you do and I'll do what I do. But if you have a spec list and you know what your expectation is for your janitorial company, your carpet cleaning, your floor work, your glass, your exterior landscape and parking lots, snow removal, you're ahead of the game. And where you really get ahead of the game is when you have information that you already have. You know how much you're paying for all this stuff, including your toilet paper, your paper towels, your liners, soap, whatever you're buying. If you pull all of that information together, let everybody have that. And it doesn't need to be exact numbers, but give them a range, and it's much easier to work backwards than it is to build from the ground up. You've already got a program, and my guess is 100% of it's not bad. But if you get the wrong 5% of your contract bad, say the bathrooms never get done just right, that becomes a source of irritation. And now when you go into a bathroom that's not done and you're the first one in there, your day is not right. You're mad, and I know that, I've been there. We have our office cleaned and there are days where, in my own building by my own people, certain things aren't right. Now, I get it. They're human beings. But if it's the same simple thing every single time, I personally have an issue. And if it's,
and then the key of it is how quickly do they respond, and how quickly do they correct it, right?
right. And if the response and the correction doesn't come quick enough, I'm of the opinion I must move on, because you apparently do not want to do it the right way, the way we need it done, and you've jeopardized your job. That doesn't make sense, but you know, people are out there and do that. We want to do this thing right every time. So anyway, that's one of the things. Well, I know I listed off a number of things, but that's first things first. Get all that information. The second thing is,